Okay, let's look at the continuity properties. All right, first one. So if you have a polynomial function, polynomial functions are always continuous on all real numbers. So from negative infinity to positive infinity. So it's continuous everywhere, right? Number two, if you have a rational function, rational functions are always continuous on their own domains, right? So if, so finding whether rational functions are continuous is really the same thing as finding their domains. All right, third one is a little bit tricky. So let's say n is odd. So if you have, nth root, when n is odd, like cube root and fifth root of f of x is continuous wherever inside function is continuous. Right? N is even, then you have to be a little bit more careful, like square root. So nth root of f of x is continuous where inside function is continuous. Of course, it has to be continuous, and also non-negative. Because, for example, if you have a square root, you cannot have a negative value there. All right. All right, so let's look at a bunch of examples. And the first one, f of x is x to the fifth minus 3x squared plus 7. All right, so this is a polynomial function of degree 5. So therefore, it is continuous on all real numbers. So it's continuous on all real numbers. So negative infinity to positive infinity. All right. Alright, second example, g of x is equal to x over quantity x plus 1 times quantity x minus 3. Right? So this is a rational function, so it is continuous on its own domain. So we have to find a domain. Right? So it looks like x equals negative 1 make the denominator equal to 0. So we have to eliminate that from the domain. And also x equals positive 3. Right? So this is going to be, so all real numbers except negative 1 and positive 3. In interval notation, this is, right, negative infinity, right, all the way to negative 1, right, and skip negative 1, go all the way to positive 3, and skip positive 3, then go all the way to positive infinity. Right? So this rational function is continuous on these intervals. Right? Basically all real numbers except negative 1 and a positive 3. Alright, third one. H of x is equal to cube root of x squared plus 5x minus 1. Right? So this function is continuous as long as expression inside is continuous, which is a polynomial of degree 2 or quadratic function, which is continuous everywhere. So this guy is continuous everywhere. So negative infinity to positive infinity. Alright, so last one. K of x is equal to square root of x minus 3. Alright, so x minus 3 is continuous everywhere. Alright, but you have to make sure that it has to be non-negative. So it has to be greater than or equal to 3. So it's starting from 3. Right, that'll make it 0. And anything above that would be fine. Right, so this is where k of x is continuous. Alright, so these are the simple properties of continuity. Alright, that's it. I hope that this was clear.